Hello, today is April 18th, 2025. As always, we'll start with our disclaimer. We'll go over our calls and then make our predictions. Market reopens Monday, which is April 21st. This is my plan for then. Just remember, I can change my plan. My plan can be wrong. And if you're going to trade on this, do so at your own risk. Thursday's pattern was the one with the early high, and when the market reopens on Monday, it should be the one with the early low. Wednesday was a complete collapse. We actually made the case that this low should hold, and we said if we gapped up over this high, we looked for a rally, and we hit a target of 53.2014. This is just a reminder of what we said. These are the patterns I'm looking for next week. So far that low's held. We had a target. We said even though the target was much higher, we said if we gapped over this high, which we did, that we should see 53.2014. That number isn't just a target, it's also resistance, and we hit the target and resistance held. So far at least, things are playing out according to that plan. Let's change the order around a little bit and start with the longer term charts. This is the weekly chart. The 89-week moving average tends to separate bull moves from bear moves. Even though we traded briefly under it and we had this huge collapse this week, we did manage to close over that line. So for now at least, that level of support's holding. This is a daily chart. I actually missed a bar in my count, so on Friday we completed bar 13, giving us a mark sequential buy signal to go along with the combo buy signal in green. Now these just mark overextended conditions. Doesn't mean you have to go up on Monday. Doesn't mean you can't work out the overextended condition by consolidating over time. Doesn't mean you can't get more overextended. Doesn't mean it can't fail. But if it works, and when it's in alignment with a signal on the combo, when the combo and the sequential are in alignment, if it works by correcting the overextended condition by rallying, the rally should be strong. And the lower the number of the lowest bar print in the count, the stronger the rally if it corrects this overextended condition by rallying. So usually you're going to drop all the way to bar 13. We hit the low on bar 10. If we rally here, it should be a strong rally. Okay, during the day, MEJT gave a sell signal. It didn't give an entry, but it did say this rally to new highs was false. It did say we'd see lower prices, and we certainly got them. So that's played out. I have all kinds of wave counts which don't break any rules. I'm going to use this one till it's invalidated. We said that we might have completed wave B of B. And we said if that's right, we could have a good rally even into the 5800s. Doesn't mean that's the only target. So far, this is holding. You have to find a way to count what's going on in what could be wave green C. Well, I don't know the degrees of these waves. I suspect the degree is smaller than what I've indicated, but if that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 1, you have an ABC with C equal to A. So even though, C could be a different Fibonacci relation to A. That's a common place for it to end. This is the height of the left stilt. That's support. And although we briefly treaded under it, it doesn't have to hold exactly. It's just an area. And we dropped right to support. So we have a drop to support in what could be the end of wave C. Wave 2, sorry. Wave C of 2, which completes 2. If that's it, we should be in a wave 3 up. We should be in a wave 3 up. Now, if we are in a wave 3 up, how will it start? Well, we gapped up, hit a higher high, closed under all those highs. That's a negative pattern unless we gap and promptly take this high out. The other side of the coin is this pattern usually closes near the low. We did say last week that despite that, this had a tendency to be a bullish day, and the fact that we didn't undercut this really low is bullish, and that conflicts, and that's this inconsistency is usually resolved by gapping and trading outside the range. So this is negative unless we gap and take this out. But if we gap and take this high out fast, and don't forget futures went up right after the close, this is a perfect setup for a wave 3 higher to begin. And if that happens, I would tend to believe it. That doesn't happen, it hasn't happened yet. But if it doesn't happen, something else may be going on. When the setup is this good, it either works or something else strange is going on. Monday's pattern has the early low regardless of where we open. Typically it's a bullish day with a final hour high. If it's weak, then we should see more weakness. We gapped up, hit a higher high, but closed under intraday highs. Unless we gap and promptly overtake the high of day, it's a negative pattern. It should lead to lower prices printing, regardless of where we close. And the failure to undercut the early low in the pattern, though, that's a bullish sign. And this discrepancy typically is resolved by gapping and promptly trading out of the day's range on Monday. Sentiment indicators remain extremes, typical of market lows. I mean, when we hit our low on Wednesday, I was seeing all kinds of predictions on the internet about crashes and how low we're going to go and all kinds of impulsive waves down and everything. And the amount of puts that were traded was just huge. I mean, everyone was negative at Wednesday's low and it didn't work. Well, these don't indicate a low with precision. The sentiment indicators don't indicate a low with precision. All the timing indicators I mentioned in my last video have worked so far. We dropped to a support level with a wave count compatible with the drop ending, and a demarked sequential buy signal has printed an if. If the overextended condition the demarked signal indicates is corrected with a rally, that rally should be a strong rally. This is a very favorable setup if you're a bull. If the bulls capitalize on it, we should gap up, promptly overtake Thursday's high and continue higher. And if that doesn't happen, we still should be at or near a low. But when setup's this good, and this is really good, if they don't play out, we may have to change our plans. We don't have to do anything till we see that, but if we gap up and take this out, everything is playing out so far, and it's a bullish setup for any number of reasons based on sentiment, based on the wave count, based on the demark count, based on the time of year, usually after April 15th when the April rally starts. If we don't gap up and take this out, I'm going to have to reassess the situation. But if we do gap up and take this out, I think we could be starting a very strong rally here. It's the pattern with the early low, and that's today's call.